necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. I'm bringing everybody in now because I can't get my camera to work tonight. And so I'll be up at the top with the black screen and I'll keep working on the camera. Somebody turn that volume down. I think that's you,
I, ju- I
Jen.
just, yeah, I
Yeah,
just turned it off. I was mute. I'm on the computer, so I muted it.
okay. Okay. You can't get the link to share.
I
Yes.
got it. You shared it,
Uh,
and I shared it, so we got it
yeah.
shared.
Yeah. And they can
Yeah,
always just put in Pearls Politics and Facebook search. And it's not but one. It'll come up.
right.
Good
Well,
idea.
I also shared the YouTube link. So
Oh yeah,
if
yeah,
they,
yeah. It's also on
yeah, if they,
YouTube too.
yeah, if they can't get through to the Facebook, they can get through to the YouTube. So,
Okay, great idea. I don't know what's wrong with my additional webcams. I have an extra cam on here. that I use for the studio all the time because it works better than my computer
Yeah.
camera. My computer camera has me looking like an alien, man. Like this glowing and pink and blue. I can't stand this computer cam, so some of them have good cameras and some of them don't. Mine just happen to be one of the ones that don't. So I use an additional cam that I have also installed software. So what's the word? Thunderbirds. Everybody that's coming in, I'm trying to share. So y'all go ahead and share as well. I'm sharing now, and we'll get them in. I can't get Paul to come up on my list to send it to him. Now I sent it to the truth with Jen, with just Jen. So maybe he'll see it in
Yeah,
there. And is he
I
still
shared
having
both
trouble?
links. Yeah, I shared both links, but he might be away from the computer right now. He's been away for about 4 hours.
Oh
So
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if he's away or something's going on with their internet over there, but up there. But
Oh yeah. I know
yeah,
how that is.
I shared him both links. So he hopefully if he can't get into Facebook, he'll get into YouTube.
Okay, sounds like a winner. All right,
Yeah.
so Jen, what you been up to since I last saw you Tuesday night? Was it Tuesday night?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Tuesday night. Nothing much, pretty much the same. Enjoying the nice weather. I didn't go out today, but I did lift all my windows and aired everything out, and yeah, just enjoyed the day.
Hello, Sandra. Sandra is in to see what's going on with the
Thanks, Sandra.
birds.
Hey, Sandra.
Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. That sounds like a good day. It was nice,
Yeah.
windy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I opened up my doors and let a little air come in. Yeah, if
Yeah.
y'all hear the horse running, that's Precious. She
Yeah. I
getting
hear
her exercise. She's a Badera, and
Hey, Precious.
she does her own thing. She got a path and she runs through the house like a greyhound, and she goes about 100 miles an hour. She does about. You know how people could do the swimming in the
you.
Olympics? They go to the end and then flip and go back to the other end and flip and go back. That's the way she run her path
Yeah,
through the house.
Yeah.
yeah.
She gets her exercise in. I tell you,
You
wish I
know,
had that. Wish I had that energy. Jen, how long has it been since we can remember when we could run?
oh, I haven't ran since I was 17 years old and got my car accidents.
Yeah, well, I hadn't ran too much after
Yeah.
that. Tell you the truth, probably when I was about 25 was the last time I was probably able to
Okay.
run like that. So I
Yeah.
wasn't far behind you. But Jen, so what you been doing since the last time we saw you Tuesday
Oh,
night? As a matter of fact, you were our special guest on the
Uh-huh.
show.
oh, I've been a busy, busy, busy bee.
I know,
there's,
I know.
there's a lot going on in the world, and I want to say something. Today
Go
is
ahead.
my 2 month anniversary of being on Live Good Nutrients.
All right.
All right.
Yes, and
Congratulations.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yay,
Um,
Congrats.
yay,
I'll
yay.
I'll mention it again a little bit because it kind of links in with one of my topics, or
Mm-hmm.
if that's the topic I end up with by the time y'all get to me.
We talk about everything on our show, so
Yeah, I
whatever
tell people it's
flows,
always more than politics.
whatever
Uh,
flows, flows. That's the reason why I
yeah,
like having my own show. I don't have to follow anybody's agenda. And therefore,
yeah,
y'all don't have to follow anybody's agenda. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. All
that's right.
right. Okay,
That's
so
right.
let's take a little break. We'll come back. We're going to let the man start us out, Jen.
All
Okay.
right,
Because
that
I
works for
know
me.
he been itching. He been itching since Tuesday.
Nah,
So we're
Oh,
ready.
not really.
he deserves the top spot. He's been putting up with those women all week.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know, right? Yeah, yeah. He couldn't hardly get anything out Tuesday night. That's all right.
it's
We'll
all
let him
good.
start us out tonight, though. All right. Look,
All right.
y'all, go ahead, share the stone, stick and stay, y'all. Don't go away. All right. We'll be
All right.
back. All right, so we are back. And Tim,
Yes.
what's the word?
Well, I guess I just bring everybody up to speed for us. They say on Thursday the ex-president will be deposed under oath for the second time by the Office of New York Attorney General Letitia James. Trump was deposed by James' team for the first time last August, after which the AG filed a $250 million lawsuit against Trump, his three eldest children, and the family business, alleging more than a decade of staggering fraud that allowed the family to rake in hundreds of millions in ill-gotten gains. The scheme, according to James, relied on overvaluing Trump's assets by billions of dollars. In a half a dozen posts beginning early Thursday morning, Trump ranted about the case on Truth Social, calling it ridiculous and another unjust and ridiculous prosecution of the 45th president of the United States.
Okay, what's your take on it?
With this one here, this could be kind of tricky, because on one hand he could take the fifth, and on the other hand, if he starts answering, it could lead down to maybe a bumpy road. So I'm unsure about that one because I don't know exactly where they're going with it. But I'm sure him and his team is up on it. I'm just speaking from we the people.
I heard that.
Yeah, I have no doubt that his team is on top of it because I did take a closer look at his law team, and he has the best of the best, and I'm sure that everything's gonna work out.
Absolutely, Jen. Get on in there.
Oh, that's a loaded question. Look, in my side of the things, this is my opinion, everybody. This is another optics tactic. And look, from 2015, when they found out he was going to be running, that is the most investigated man and family
I
on
agree.
the planet, and they have never found not a stitch of anything that they can hook him on. So
Yeah,
all of
Yeah,
this,
I know.
all
Why do they keep doing that?
because it's all part of the optics to get people to worry when a lot of good people know the truth already. It's just all part of the optics of getting people out of their bubble.
we,
A lot of bubbles burst when he got so called indicted. That wasn't a real indictment, and he didn't get arrested. And I'm sorry, anybody that's ever been indicted or even gone to jail and had to go to court, they have never went in there and spent 30 minutes and left without having to, fingerprints, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the mugshot? Nah,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
sorry.
yeah. They were the only reason why they let him take that mud shot was because they knew he was going to get some more
yeah,
fundraising campaign
He
money
yeah,
didn't
off of
take
it.
one.
yeah,
They
He
would
didn't
they,
take one.
but he couldn't request it. They would have been the ones that would have had to demand that he take one.
yeah,
But they didn't want to have him to take one
right.
because they knew that he would rake in billions of dollars off of
Well, he's gonna do that
merchandise,
anyway.
But not
He's
without
doing
the
that
mug
anyway.
shot. Not without the mug shot. But I guess you
Have you
saying he
seen?
could make up. I guess you saying he could just make up one if he wanted to,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
Exactly.
because they raised $7 million, I think, in a matter of 2 weeks or a week, something like
Nah,
that.
but 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the polls went up to so high that nobody's ever had those kind of numbers for in the polls ever,
yeah.
Well, let me ask
ever.
y'all this. News flash came on yesterday.
Hmm.
South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, Republican, black
Yes.
Republican, announced that he's running for president to 2024. What do y'all think about that?
I think that'll be a flop on his end.
I do too. Because again, back to the charges. Uh, I would like to see
Wait, Jen,
somebody
we
go
talking
in
about
there.
something else now. You got to roll
Well,
with us when we change.
well, I am rolling with y'all. Is his record as
I'm talking
clean
about
and
Tim
squeaky as
Scott.
Trump?
No,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
that.
Tim Scott. We talking about
Is
Tim
his
Scott. Do
is
you
his
know
record as
him?
clean as Trump's?
Do you
I
know
do
I've
him?
not.
heard of it. I don't know
Y'all
him,
don't
but
know
I've heard
Tim
of him.
Scott?
I do not.
And
He's a tall, only black Republican that has he's a Trumper. He's
honey,
on
when I left,
he was on Trump's team.
Okay.
I came back home from North Carolina in 2000,
I
and
said
I never
South
looked back.
Carolina. He's a South Carolina
Okay,
senator.
well, I played around
Okay.
in South Carolina too, but no,
Y'all better
I came
learn these
back down.
politicians if y'all gonna be talking about
I think.
politics.
Well, I think
Hey,
I've seen a picture of him before. Um, I'm sticking with my guy so strongly is because we the people. We need a strong president in there. We know what Trump can do under pressure. He's proven himself. He's battle tested.
I think Tim Scott has got some grit too.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we're not sure about his grit.
Oh, okay.
But when you
that
understand,
that deserves a
is
laugh right there.
you got
right.
it, Tim.
It's so different than going to fight with somebody you never
I'm
fought
saying
before.
Tim Scott is African American.
Well, I get that, but we've
Except
already
Tim say
done
he get there,
we
but
we we we've already done the Barack.
you know what they say, everything before but is what? B what?
Right, right.
Well,
Everything
And,
before
and
the
and
word but.
here's the thing: we the people want president in there that we know can handle the pressure, can do what needs to be done.
Mm.
And Trump is battle tested. He's been
They
proven.
battle tested. I know,
Yeah, he's
right?
battle
Anybody
tested.
can go through all that harassment that man been through.
Absolutely. Not
You
only just
gotta be
that,
made a Superman still.
well,
absolutely. And
and for
go ahead.
go ahead. Well, for this world to get where it needs to be, people need to stop being divided by the color of their skin. I'm
No, they
sorry.
wasn't
We are
decide.
all
No,
human.
but I wasn't really
I
directing it
didn't
to the
say that
color
as
of
a
his
jab.
skin.
I didn't
Now
say that as a jab.
I wasn't directing it to the color of his skin, but since you mentioned it, he is the only top-notch black Republican senator that's uh been with Trump for the past what 4, 5, 6 years, whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
since you did bring out the factor, it does play a
yeah.
factor. It does play a
And
factor.
remember what Judge Joe said about his story about Trump.
Who?
He
What? Who said?
uh, Judge Joe Brown.
Who?
Judge
Judge
Joe
Joe
Brown.
Brown.
Joe.
Yeah,
What he say?
he Trump actually dated a black woman on the red carpet. It was public knowledge. He is not
Uh,
a racist. He's not a racist. He's never believed in dividing people by the color. When all these liberals are black this, white that, yellow that, constantly throwing it in the public to cause chaos and divide. We are all human. We all bleed the red blood, and this color differentiary was caused to was created to cause a divide among the people so people would get angry at each other, and we've got to stop that divide and start
Yeah.
remembering we're all human, and there shouldn't be a divide because we're all human.
Right.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I can speak from that perspective. And the reason why I said about him being an African American runner, it wouldn't really matter who you were, because I believe that the African American community, even when Barack was in office, was disappointed. Um, he did hold
Well,
the seat.
yeah, because
He,
he didn't do what he said he was gonna do.
absolutely, absolutely. And so, therefore, I don't believe that we'll be taking a chance, we the people, on this gentleman just simply because he's Afro American or any other American. uh, that being the case. And for that reason, probably, and that reason alone, because we were duped and bamboozled
Mm-hmm.
hmm
and led
Mm-hmm.
astray
yeah,
uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
due to
yeah,
Obama's in the seat for 8 years.
yeah, and the stuff, again, Joe Brown, he described who Obama really is and where he came from. You know, all that stuff played a part in the deceit that he presented. And it's crazy how all that went, but we had to learn the lesson from it. If we didn't learn the lesson from it, then what are we doing at the polls anyway? I
That's
mean,
true.
people need to see what policies are being presented,
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then see if the person behind it is trustworthy, and then go to polls with that decision.
All
And it
right.
shouldn't
Well,
have anything to do. Yeah.
flipping subjects right quick.
Okay.
What do y'all think about the latest news flash? Some more intelligence has been leaked,
Yes.
and about chat group called something stranglers or something. It was
Yeah.
so crazy,
Right.
and so they say now about 3 million. They don't even know how many people got access to
Right.
all this intelligence.
Yeah.
And this is even bigger than the Snowden guy that leaked the stuff that's living in Russia, that ran to Russia and he in Russia. That when he did his leak, they
Yeah.
say this one is even bigger than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I actually saw that. I actually
Hey,
saw
there's
that.
the camera.
Yeah.
hey, you
Hey,
got me on the
You know what?
camera. Okay,
I
let me get
actually
my
I actually
green
saw the
screen.
I actually saw the
I'll be back.
documentary. I actually saw the documentary on the guy that you're speaking about, the scandal with the with the Russia incident. I saw that last night for the first time. With this subject, I was able to read briefly on it. Um, I was really waiting on what was the report going to be coming from Biden, and his words, he was on vacation. It was nothing that spectacular. Just another day at the office.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me, I do this.
yeah,
Thank you very much
yeah,
for letting it leak out. And here's reason I say that is because I keep going back to the indictment of Trump. You know that just set the precedence that anybody can be indicted now, no matter who they are.
yeah.
And uh, and I have an opinion about him, the resident being over in Ireland. My opinion is they're going to slap an indictment on him, and he is just the resident, by the way. But they're going to slap the indictment on him, and then somehow he's going to be stuck in Ireland, running from it, and then we'll never see him again until the truth comes out about him. Which is that, this is my opinion, y'all. Through the research and everything I've done, he's not even here now. He left before the election even happened in 2020. But yeah, it's going to be, the story's going to be he's hiding in Ireland because he's being indicted here, you know, him and his son. So that's my opinion on that. But I believe that's what's going to happen because they're trying to figure out a way to take him off the stage so things can be put out to the public properly. You know, the dollar going down. Oh man, it's crashing big time, y'all. It's crazy, it's scary, but if anybody's been listening, y'all prepared. The dollar's going down. Iraq put out this morning that or last night. It's the time change thing is a problem for me right there. But they did put out, according to Charlie Ward, that anybody caught with the U.S. dollar will be penalized 250,000 dinar. Yeah.
I'm looking from what I've been looking at. I'm looking at around July, and I'm making a prediction based on the fact that the federal government has this cash app that's going into effect in
Mm.
July.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
I'm just taking an educated guess that maybe it's going to be somewhere around there. Um, yeah, wow. Like
Well,
I say, that's wow.
yeah. Well, back in September, I told everybody about my friend in Libya. She sent me pictures and everything about how her dinar had went from a dollar value to $5.36 values. Yeah, it was revalued back in September. And everybody called me crazy, and I didn't know what I was talking about. But why would she lie? She was a resident. I've known her for years now, and uh, I talked to I face to face with her family and everything on the phone. This is not just somebody trying to cause trouble. She ain't even in the public arena. political arena. You know, yeah, that happened back in September, and everybody called me crazy, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait. Yeah, it's gonna come out. Well, here we are now that Iraq's, saying they'll be penalized if they're caught with a U.S. dollar. So yeah, It's all coming down. It's just taking time because I mean we got thousands of years of corruption to correct, and it's going to take time to do that.
Hey,
Right.
hold up, Jenny. I'm lost because Tim, what did I didn't really get what you said. Something about a penalty for $1.
No,
Uh,
y'all, you talking about what Jen said?
yeah.
I thought you were the
Um,
one that brought it in
No,
up.
but yeah, the reason why I had brought it up, and I had projected around July's was going off of the federal government.
And what did
Is
you originally say? Because I was typing. I'm sorry.
She was Jim was talking about the dollar value gone down, and
Mm.
I jumped in behind there with the federal cash out being they got it
Oh,
start
that
date.
man, he died. He got killed. He was
mm,
murdered.
He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was
See, I
murdered.
don't.
His name
and
was
they
Bill.
right.
Bill something.
I can't remember his name, um, but
Yeah, and I just saw that today. It was like,
yeah,
what? The cash
and
out
what was
man.
even more, and they saved their press release for the federal cash app after that. It
And
wasn't prior to
Yeah,
that. They
and
announced it
see,
after.
and with my trust issues, I don't even trust that. I'm waiting on the quantum system to say, hey, this is it. Let's do this.
well,
Mm.
I
I don't
still got to
trust
do my
anything that comes
business.
from
I
our
do my
government.
I do my business by line online. I'm still gonna be doing my business online. I'm not. I gotta pay my bills because
Yeah, I know,
Oh, we
right?
you
all
know what I'm
do.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't stop paying
we.
my bills with whatever's there. With whatever is there, that's
yeah,
what I'm gonna pay my bills with. So
yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
because
same
they don't
here.
want to hear. They don't want to hear that on the other end about you waiting some money to change over.
Yeah,
to
right.
change
Well,
over.
And
well,
this is
that's in Iraq. We'll be the last ones
yeah.
that
I mean, this is
sign on to it. So
even if that's the case, it's really not going to affect the lower class. You know what I mean? It's going to
I
be
know
with
we know how to live
the
without
Great
money.
Depression, at same as 1929. You know, they're the ones that's going to be jumping out of windows
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
because of
yep,
their
yep.
money.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
we
Yep.
already know how to live without money, so it's not
right.
going to be much of a big deal as long as we, prepare food,
Yeah,
water, meds.
right.
We cover it because we know how to do that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
you
So we're
know,
gonna take a break and we're gonna come back. When we come back, we're gonna talk about Tennessee. All
All right.
right. All right. We'll be back, y'all. Don't go away. All right. Stir the show today.
I'd like to be what I am not. I should know, but hey, why not? Life is mine, it's a fact. I'd like to be what I am not. I should know, but hey, why not? Life is mine, it's a fact. Wake up in the morning and I picture myself flying in the sky. I'm a bird, it's not a lie. And now that I'm diving through the oceans of my dreams, I want them so bad to become reality. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer.
What am I gonna get? Ooh, cherries. Oh, okay. How about cherry ice cream? With sprinkles? And maybe a baguette. And a French boy. Bonjour. Ooh la la, baby. You know what I need? Bath bombs. Bombs away! Gotta have Takis. Oh, I need balls. Okay, I'm gonna need some glue. Oh, and a new charger. I can never find those things. And I gotta get flowers for mommy. And a little something for me. Can I get a robe?
Welcome to the Shack 12-Week Shred. My name is Rock Shabazz, and I'm here to take you through the same program that I made for this guy right here.
This program is without a doubt a huge reason why I was able to get fit and stay fit. If you put in the work and stay consistent, you just might be able to keep up. It's time for you to get to work.
All right, we're coming back. I'm in the Baroque, but I'm bringing in the rest of the team now. Y'all can see them in living color. All right. So, Tim.
Yes.
What about the Tennessee 2?
Man, glad they're back to work. Everything back restored to order. I'm happy for those guys. I believe in my heart that they have a lot of good work that they're going to do. They're young, they're ambitious, they're intelligent. To me, they seem like they're the full package. And I believe they're going to make a lot of history on down the road. So, yeah, glad to have them back and back to the business.
So did the legislator actually give them their seat? Have they been sworn back in? I know they only just voted Justin Pearson, which is the senator from Memphis, District 86. Was the council just sent him back?
Yes.
But they have not actually gone back to Nashville to the State House yet.
They have not, to my knowledge.
So we gotta watch for that. So do you think that the legislature gonna cut up and not let them be seated, or what do you think they're gonna do?
No, I don't think they will put up in any fight towards that. It's no different than from their point of view. They feel like their statement was very solidly made, and now they know, one of those things. So I don't think they're going to put up a fight for us not accepting them back.
Jen, what do you think?
I don't know who you're talking about because I'm not from Tennessee. So y'all have to give me a quick clue on who they are and what happened.
We talked about last week, so you missed it.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I wasn't on 901 last week.
But Tim, you know what? I kind of think they're gonna try to cut up.
You think so?
Because see, this is the old boys team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the old boys team, they just can't stand losing. So they will not accept constructive criticism, And once they set down their rule, they're not gonna want uh, to be violated. They feel like they've been violated, ignored. So I got a feeling they're gonna try to cut up, but
But
because
I
they
got something to say
still don't
about
believe
that.
it. As my granddad and my mama used to say, they still don't believe that rice is white. Now they got some brown rice out now too.
go ahead, Jen.
Okay, I got something to say about that. Old
Uh-huh.
boys rule or not, they're supposed to be working for the people. It should be the people's rule.
But
Yeah,
Whatever they do.
I
they were
think that,
supposed to have been doing that in the first place. They
yeah,
were never supposed to have kicked him
Exactly.
out.
but I
They weren't
think
supposed to have
Exactly.
kicked him out in the first place, see?
right. Here's
So
what I think.
they're not following. They don't want to follow the people rule. They want to follow their rule, which is
Then
why
they
they
need to go
kicked him
home.
out.
Yeah,
They need to
Which
go
is why
back
they kicked.
home.
They are afraid of change. They know that they wrong, and they don't want nobody coming in that's gonna make them do things the right way. They want to
Then the people
continue
need
to
to
do
send them
things.
home. People need to
well,
send them home and
I feel
back home.
the good old boy system feel that they gave them a spanking and we showed them, and I think that they're not going to put up that much fuss. They
All
really don't
right.
need. They really don't need all the headache that'll come with that.
Well,
Uh,
I'm gonna tell you so far that in a way, this is what's gonna happen. They
okay,
already done stirred open up a Pandora's box.
right,
See what I'm saying?
absolutely,
And for the Republicans, by this being a Republican state, it's 65% of the state legislature in Tennessee
hmm
is Republican and is Caucasian.
hmm
They have made it look very bad for the Republican Party. So you got these independents, these moderate Democrats, that and some of these moderate Republicans that's gonna be wanting to turn away from the Republican Party if this is what they're gonna try to do across the country. See what I'm saying?
gotcha.
And so they made a bad move politically when they did that.
I agree.
So, but now unless Donald get in there and call up uh Bill that up there in Nashville and tell him you better hold down those uh, 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 uh McCoys up there,
Yeah,
better get put your foot down on them, tell them to get in their place and act right because they're messing up the party. Then
yeah, and then
they gonna act up. They gonna try to
yeah.
still act up.
Well, here's the thing. And the reason why one of the reasons why I say this because it already appeared racist. Uh, because the other Caucasian lady was
She
not
got
punished.
they
She was not
yeah,
penalized.
and it only took one to save her, so you know that one had to be Caucasian that voted for her.
Right. So
Oh,
that,
okay. So you're talking about the three that walked out onto the floor.
right. Yeah. Those.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm caught up.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they might not expect it to look that way, but that's exactly how it looked. And I think they will backpedal a little bit
Look, the thing what it was they racist anyway. They used to doing it,
their
getting
way.
away with
Yeah.
racism, and they just it's like people that curse at home all the time,
Yeah.
and then when they
Mhm.
go around church, people a curse word slip out.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way
get
it
it.
was with them. They've been doing racism all the
Right.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but then it was like, it's too late.
Yeah.
We done
Mhm.
did that. Now too late. Now we got to stand our ground. Now
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
got to try to smooth this over. Still stand our ground. And,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
but not and make it about the rule and not about the race. But see, that's what happened. See, when you used to doing
Yeah.
something all the time,
Yeah.
and you don't catch yourself in time,
hmm
this is the result.
Oh
This
yeah,
is what
yeah,
happens.
definitely with Pandora's box and the big spotlight put on it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 They didn't think the people were gonna look at it for what it really was. And
And what's
so
so
yeah, I agree.
what
And
is really
and
so
and
precarious about it
right, and
is
that's
that
another
it's not just the African American or people of color
right,
that's protesting. You
right.
got people of all ethnicities protesting about this.
Right. And that's why I
Mhm.
say I don't believe that either party will attempt it again. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yep,
yeah, we did
Yeah,
I
this,
agree.
but you all did that. We're gonna leave it right there. We'll start fresh. So
Yeah.
like they say they're gonna do it, then you think that's what they're gonna do it, huh?
yeah, I believe it is because they don't want that type of spotlight, that magnifying glass being on them like
Oh,
that.
it's already on them, and say
Yeah,
they're not gonna let it stop. Now the protesters say they're not gonna forget this.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course not. You know why? Because everybody's getting the clue. Conversation over silence. Okay, we've been silent for so long, and now it's coming out in conversation. Nobody's going to be silent about this anymore. And the
right.
more people that start talking, the more they won't get away with it.
You're
I
right,
agree.
Jen. You're
I
right,
agree.
Jen. You're
That's
absolutely
right.
right. The conversation has
Okay.
started now, Jen.
Yeah.
You're right
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
in a lot
So
of arenas.
the best thing for them to do is they need to go ahead and retire where they can get their pension, go home, sit
That's
in a
what I
rocking
would do.
chair.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
young, you young
yeah.
fellas can have it. I've done my 40, 50. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And I
Oh,
wouldn't listen
Yeah.
to my friends. I wouldn't listen to Bill, Tom, or none of them. I'm gone, man. I'm
uh-huh.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
this mess. Look at this mess y'all got my name spreading
Yeah,
all over the world.
yeah,
I'd go and get my retirement
right.
and go sit home and just sit at home in a rocking chair. Sure.
Yeah.
That's the best thing they could do.
That's the best thing they can do because change
Otherwise,
is coming. Not only is it coming, it's here.
yeah, yeah. And, they try to pass that racism down to their families and to their younger people that's in their families. But a lot of their own relatives are not going for that.
Yeah, no, because America, we a melting pot now. Nobody, but those guys still live up under those rules. So no, that's
That's
not
right.
going to be accepted, nor will it be tolerated.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
no. So,
Yeah.
Jen, what you got for us tonight?
Yeah, what you got?
I've been sitting here trying to figure out which one to lead with, so I'm going to lead with a world judge
Okay,
announcement
okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was sent to me through Ivan last week. Remember, I talked about it Tuesday night.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
Um, his name is come on up. Okay, his name is Mark Christian Christopher.
okay.
He is the global chief federal postal court judge and Plin. I can't even say it. It's PLENIPOTENTIARY judge, which
Me?
basically means he's a world judge.
Okay,
He has authority over every leader in the world,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
right? And he has told Trump, let's get them FEMA camps open. Let's start filling them up. He announced it on. I seen the TikTok video about it, and there's other videos about him. I have done all kind of research trying to find out. Okay, is this guy real? He is real, from what I can find. I
Mm-hmm.
have
So,
not found anything that said he wasn't. There are plenty that millions of people that are see him as a teacher and a judge. He is a what I would call a world judge who has the authority to tell any leader what to do.
so are we talking about the
And
immigrants coming across the border?
no, he's talking about taking these people. We're gonna use small names. Let's see, dirty cops, dirty politicians, dirty doctors, all these people that have forced the shutdown crap on people, the scandemic on people, the people who made people get shots to risk their life over self survival. All the people that's made money off of child trafficking and made money off of the common citizen just so they can make a little buck on the side. All the people who have he has disqualified all powers of attorneys, which is where lawyers and big highfalutin people hide behind to hide what they're really doing in behind the scenes.
Hmm.
All these people. They already have all the information. They know who they are. So now they're fixing to start going to the FEMA camps because he's told Trump, open them doors. Let's start filling them up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Filling them up.
Yeah.
And what do you mean filling them up?
Arresting these people so they can stand tribunal trials.
Oh, tribunals. Okay. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
There's nowhere to put them other than the FEMA camps. Unless
Ah.
they, put them in these empty prisons that they've emptied out because they
They
found
need to
guns
put them
under
in
them.
there with. They need to put them in there with the common prisoner. That's where they need to go.
Yeah, that's really where they
Well,
need to go.
very true. Very true. But how many of those prisoners are in there and are innocent because of people like that?
That's why they need to go
Right.
there.
But yeah,
Right.
and here
Yeah. Well,
and
there's something people don't understand. A tribunal is not like our federal court system
No,
or
I
our
know.
state court system. A tribunal, you go in, you have a defendant and a prosecutor. The case is stated. The panel of people who make the decision
Judges. It's a panel of
make,
judges, kind of like the
yeah,
Supreme Court.
military judges, military officials, right? They hear the cases. They make their
They're all
decision.
not military though. It's like the Liamberg
Yes,
trial. The
a
Nuremberg
tribunals or
trials.
military. Tribunals or military.
But not
Okay.
everybody that sit on there as a judge have to be military. The only reason why the tribunals that we have that we know about in history, like the Nuremberg trials against Nazis crimes and world leader crimes and
yeah,
those type of guys, is because they did military offenses, weapons that they were categorized as dangerous to
They
people.
they did crimes against humanity, which all of these
Right,
people I just
crimes
named
against
did.
humanity. Right.
right.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is they're going to go there and wait their turn at the military tribunal, and there's no appeal process. You get sentenced, then
Oh
whatever they
yeah,
sentence happens,
I know that. Yeah. So when is
including
this
That's gonna be a
supposed?
hanging.
long process right
And
there.
this is
Yeah,
in,
it's a
no,
long
it won't be,
process.
because most of them are a day long or a few hours long. They
No, no,
don't
no.
do
I'm
this
saying
long thing like we do in
what we
our
want.
system.
No, what Tim was talking about is when are they gonna start doing it?
I believe they've already started, a couple of years ago. I really do. And there's all the time planes going to Gitmo and back. Gitmo has like tripled in size, if not more, over the years. And there's, aerial pictures to prove that. There's all the time planes going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I believe they've been doing this for a while. But these are the public people that are still sitting around doing their deeds, crimes against humanity in every way.
Mm-hmm.
And that judge said it's time to stop them. And let's get them arrested. Let's get them into these FEMA camps and let's get it on the go.
Yeah, but if I was
So,
them, I wouldn't send them to the FEMA camps. I would send them to Guantanamo Bay.
yeah, there's too many. That's why they're set up FEMA camps. We don't even know about the FEMA camps yet.
No, we
We're
Already
going
don't.
know.
to.
No, I don't know
Okay.
that.
There are
That's
too
what. That's what
many.
they took. They took.
Okay.
They
All
took.
these high,
That's why they
high
took. Who's the last person that they did a tribunal on? I'm trying to think.
Pelosi.
Who's? Huh? Who?
Pelosi, from what I understand.
No, 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 no,
That's
no.
the last one I heard of.
This
That's the
was a
last one I heard of. There's a lot of them.
this was a
Mm.
foreigner. Gosh, I can't.
Yeah, that's just the thing. We don't never hear about them. You know what I mean?
Well, and look, that's another thing when you try to follow what I'm doing. Derek Johnson has told you the plan all along about how everything's working. When you follow what I'm doing, when I hear that somebody left the country,
Yeah.
they did. They went to Guantanamo Bay. That's not
Yeah.
our country.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on a little
Okay.
vacation. Yeah.
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 And this thing with the resident going to Ireland, I don't believe that. And today on the PPN Noon News, Chaz and them showed a video where Biden did this on his neck, And when he pulled his hand back, he pulled his mask up.
Oh Lord, I hadn't seen
Yeah,
that one.
plain view. No, no, you can tell it happened. There's no graphics or anything there. There's somebody standing behind him with a camera, and he's talking to somebody. And he just scratches the back of his neck, and he pulls his mask to where it's all wrinkled up and everything.
All
It's
right,
Well,
funny.
so
It's funny.
I just looked up something. It says that the last International Criminal Tribunal was for a former Yugoslavian United Nations Court of Law that dealt with war crimes that took place during the conflicts in the Balkans in the 1990s. During its mandate, which lasted from 1993 to 2017, it irreversibly changed the landscape of international humanitarian laws, provided victims an opportunity to voice the horrors they witnessed and experienced, and proved that those suspected of bearing the greatest responsibility for atrocities committed during armed conflicts can be called into account.
mm,
That's the last public record. That's
mm,
not
Mm.
the records of today.
Yeah, last
So
public, last public. It says here
yeah.
that so far it's been only 161 individuals indicted, no fugitives so far. That means they
I,
can't be.
That
hey,
that's just
let's rile
hilarious
them
to
up.
me.
Let's round them up like cattle. Let's go.
I'm ready to. That's what
Let's
I said.
go.
Ivan sent me that video at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, "Oh man, I just laid down. Now you got me
Mm.
back at my computer, and I was there for 2 hours trying to find
Mm.
out if this guy was real or not. You know,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find anything that said he was not real.
Yeah.
Ah.
So and I'm like, load them up. I'm ready. I want to see this. I
Well,
want to
Yeah.
see it with my eyes.
that would be something that I would have to look into, because I know that there is not no one person that's over law in
Yeah.
the
No,
United
And
there's
States.
many judges, but this is one of them that has authority over every leader in the world,
it,
and there is a whole panel of them.
right.
But
Oh, okay.
Right.
he's the one that told
Now
Trump
when you
it's
okay, so
time.
see, you said that he was the person. Now when you explain it further by saying that it's a whole panel of them that's
Right.
over
Yeah,
leaders,
we,
I can
you know,
And
understand it.
here's
I
the
can
Syria
here's
is
the
not
thing.
understand
the
it.
king is no longer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Here's the thing about that. It's sort of like a black ops operation. It happens, but it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Till said
So
happened, but it
it's
didn't
gonna be
happen.
something that we won't know about. We'll probably just notice they're disappearing. But like I say, it's
well,
something that it
I
happened,
already
but it
noticed
didn't
that.
happen. Yes,
I
yeah,
already
that's
noticed that.
yeah. It's not nothing
Yeah.
that they're gonna show officially.
Oh no.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah.
here's homework for everybody. Y'all go from your own states, wherever everybody is, right?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Do a check in on your local representative and see if they still doing their job. See what you can find out about them actually doing their job, or is this old stuff and it's still online, or have y'all seen him lately? Seen him or her lately?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And so, y'all come back with some answers next week. I'd be curious to find out how many were actually still there, because I believe that the first sign of bad people being replaced with good people was when they reversed Roe versus Wade. I believe
Mm.
that was the flag that said, "Hey, we are doing what we told you to behind the scenes. We are doing what we said we were doing behind the scenes." That's why I believe Trump is still there. He's still president, but he had to leave the stage for all this stuff to be showed to people, so they would crack these bubbles that everybody's living in. Not everybody, but a lot of people, half the people are still living in these bubbles, going about their day, not worrying about it. They got to wake up. They've got to speak. They've got to know what's going on so they can prepare for what's coming. Because after, we're going to have to suffer a little bit. That's what the shutdown's about. We're going to be suffering a little bit. But
Why would
after
you
that,
say that he is still there, Jenny?
because it's been proven to me by so many things happening.
No,
Just
I
the
say, why
freaking,
would you keep saying that Trump is still there in the White House when you know he's not?
He's not in the White House. He's not going to give himself to the enemy for them to assassinate
Well,
him.
what are you saying there when you say you keep saying that over and
He's
over?
part of the White Hat movement to fix the government,
Well,
to get all
when
these
you say
evil,
he's
sick
still
people
there,
out.
when you say he's still there, what there are you talking about?
I believe that he's commander in chief, which is the leader of the military who is doing things behind the scenes, not in our face, because a lot of people can't handle it. He's doing the stuff behind the scenes. He is still the commander in chief. He is still president. That's why I call the other one resident, because he is still working behind the scenes. I don't believe that was the real guy that walked down New York, down through the street in New York to go to the courthouse. I believe that was his stand in. That's just me. That's my opinion. But I've been following this. I knew about this before it even came out. I've been, I've known about it all my life because of my grandfather, but I never had a voice or, checked into it. I had my own life to live. But come 19, early 19, well, about January of 19, I was one of the first ones that found out about the laptop that because I was watching Sky News over in Australia. And when I came back to our platforms and said, hey, guess what? Biden Biden's son had a laptop confiscated by a pawn shop where he took it to get released, and they took it because he left it over time, so it was theirs. And everybody laughed at me and told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And what happened? 6, 8, 9 months later, there it was. The
But I'm
first
just here.
public.
I just want to say
I've been
this.
following this for all along.
I just don't think that former President Donald Trump would like for you to be saying that because
Why?
it
We
makes
say it
it
all the
looks
time on
like
the other side. We're
I
talking about
haven't I
citizen
haven't heard
journalists.
him I haven't heard him say that, and I watch all his speeches,
You were,
and
yeah, but
and so
you're watching mainstream media. You're not watching citizen
I'm
journalists
I'm
and
watching
stuff
his
like that.
rallies. I'm watching his rallies, and I'm
Yeah, and every
seeing him
one of them's
speak.
coded. Every
But
one of them has codes in it.
but the thing of it is that when you say stuff like that, that hurts him for his
No, it
base.
doesn't.
Yes, it
He wants people to
does.
know
It
the truth.
does. It does. He
It,
doesn't want.
he
He
wants
doesn't want.
people.
He doesn't want people
Well,
going all
we will
far
differ on that
left.
opinion.
I don't think
We
so,
differ.
Jenna.
We
I
will
don't.
differ.
I don't think
Well,
so. I don't think so.
Emily,
And because you know what,
we will
it's
differ on that
okay to be
because
far. It's okay to be for somebody, but I don't think that he would
this
like
ain't
you.
about him being for him, which I am. I'm not gonna lie. I am for Trump. But
But
this
I
ain't
don't think
about
that he
being
would
for
like
him.
for. I
It's
don't
about
think.
getting our world cleaned up and
Okay, so
united,
I'll let you
and we have
talk.
to
So
get
you gonna
bad
let me
people out of
talk.
the way. Okay.
Okay, so all right, thank you, ma'am. I just don't think that I think he wants people to support him, but I don't think that he want people just going too far out there with their beliefs.
I think
That's just too far out there because
in
uh
your world, not
he
mine.
said when he says, well, your world, Jen, it could, what if it's wrong? You can't make
I
it
don't.
public like that when you and when everybody know
But
that he
that's
is
what
a
I'm saying.
former
It is
president.
public.
But he said, now he'll say, I have heard him say that the race was stolen from him. I've heard him refer to things in that way, but I have never heard him say that he is still the president.
But well, the last two speeches he did say words that made us believe that we were right.
Made you
And
believe.
when you
I heard all the speech. He just
Emily,
had
when
one.
I
He have a
remember what
rally
I
every.
said,
He has a rally every
remember what I
Saturday
said,
night. Wait a minute.
remember
You
what I
said you was
said
wait.
about
You
the
said you was
50%
gonna
of
let
the
me talk.
people.
You said you was gonna let me talk. He has a rally every Saturday night. I watch it every Saturday night on Newsmax live, and I
Hmm.
have never heard him say that.
It's because you're not reading the codes. I call it code talk. Even his hand gestures are signals. Okay, there are people that's been following this for a long, long time, and when I said there was 50% of people in the bubble, the other 50% know this. The citizen journalists are the news today because mainstream media has been lying to people and conditioning them to believe bullcrap, believing the lie. And people keep watching the TV and they're getting programs because that's why they call it a program.
Well,
Well, we
the only thing that I have to disagree
we
with
have
that about.
well, let me just share this with you. We had some viewers, and then when you said that, they all left. It's one person viewing the show, and then probably me and you.
Well,
If, if
maybe
I
they're
had
going
to
to
look,
check out what I'm saying.
what
Check
I
out
would look
Charlie
at,
Ward, Derek
what,
Johnson, all
this
these
what
people.
this what I would look at. I'm looking at how much resistance was put up when it was time for him to leave the White House. I feel if what you're saying was even partially true, it wouldn't have been all of that. I honestly don't believe it would have been that amount of chaos
It
for us.
had to be that way. It had to be that way because people who are not seeing what's going on have to be spoon fed the truth.
Yeah, but Jen,
And everybody they're going by a
we
script to make people understand
right,
that. But look, Charlie Ward himself has 28 million followers.
right.
They've all
Yeah,
listened to
but we
Derek
don't.
But
Johnson.
but but
We
Wait,
here's
but
don't.
Derek
We don't.
Johnson,
We don't. And we had six, and we lost them as soon as you said that.
here's the thing. Here's
uh,
my opinion, and it's just my opinion. With any rabbit hole, I have me myself personally. I have to be careful how deep I go because some people can get so that's all that they live for. That's all that's going on every day, 24/7 in their mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
not here. I got a lie too.
it's once you go so deep, I'm talking about me now, just talking about me. If I go so
Mhm.
deep into something, I can find myself getting caught up for days, going deeper and deeper into that rabbit hole, trying to uncover it. And
Okay, I got one for you.
yeah,
Since you
shoot.
do have you, I have a military background, so I
I do.
understood everything that was said. You have a military background. Go watch Derek Johnson with Charlie Ward. I think we've talked about that before. You go watch Derek Johnson and write down all those EUs, executive orders that he talks about that actually
Yeah,
exactly shows the
but
plan. Check them out.
but you know
They're
what?
true.
We got a lot of guys just like that. Are some of the like militias that are you know what I mean? It's too far. You know what I mean?
I This is
I
not
can
too
I can
far.
listen I can
I
listen to a
agree.
military.
I agree with you, Tim. I
Right. You
mean,
know what I
you
mean?
can go too far left and you can go too
Go
far
too far
right.
right. Exactly.
And that's
This
the
is
problem.
miss.
That's the problem that we're dealing with in the United States right now. We got
Well,
too
this
many folks that's going too far right, and we got too many folks that's going too
Yeah.
far left.
Yeah.
That's the
well,
problem.
there's too many folks hearing things but not checking them out. I check them out, and I did go and look at every executive order he talked about, and I did read the Art of War book.
So how would you
Okay,
classify yourself? Would you
an
classify
independent.
yourself as far right or far
No,
left or in the,
I am an independent who understands the plan, and I have faith because
but
I've
when
guided to this.
you come across as far right. When you
No,
talk
I
the way you
don't.
talk. Yes, you
No, I
do.
don't.
Yes, you do.
I have never claimed to be a Republican or far right. I have always claimed to be
I
an
say you
independent.
when you well, I'm based on the talk that you talk. You
It's
talk.
because
It
I
comes
feel like I know
across.
the truth.
It comes across that you are far right.
Well, I feel like I know the truth because I've been guided down these paths. I've been down rabbit
But
holes.
I'm just telling
I
you
have
the way we hear
I have
it.
checked
See, you
I
can't
have
hear
checked information.
you can't hear how you sound.
No, she can't
Only
I
hear
the
you.
and
audience,
I
only
did
the audience can tell how you
well.
sound. And me and Tim has been sitting here listening to you, and the audience was
Well,
listening to you until they left.
I'm giving you
And
information that you can go check.
you coming
I'm giving
across
you information.
as too far right for them. They
It's not a
gone.
right or left. I've given you information that y'all can actually check to prove what I'm saying. Y'all can. This is documented
But why do you
verification proof.
always say stuff that's far right?
It's not for a white,
Yes, it
right?
is. Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. And
Yes, it
that's your
is.
opinion. That's your
That's
opinion
what I'm
of judging
hearing.
me
Tim,
about it.
what do you
But
hear?
that's not for a right.
It comes
that is my
across as far right.
independent self that has been following this for a
That
very long
doesn't
time,
sound
and it's
independent
documented proof.
because when you're
It's documented.
independent, Jen, when you're independent, you can see some good stuff on the right and you can see some good stuff on the left. But
Well,
when
guess
you
what?
talk,
When I talk
it's
when I talk
always the
about an
bad stuff
executive
on the
order,
left. It's always the bad stuff on the left, and then what you think on the right. So you have
look,
to get, if you're independent,
when
you
I
got to be in the middle.
but Emily, if I could say executive order number and tell you go look it up, you can go look it up. It's documented proof that
So
I
give me
told you the
one.
truth about that
Give
executive order.
give me one.
I don't have them here in front of me, but like I
Well,
said,
see, when you do a
listen.
show, if you're gonna talk
I
about something, gotta have it in front of you. Tim has his in front of
Oh,
him.
Emily, now
Come on
don't do
now.
that to me. We did, whatever we was talking about led into this. I don't have those numbers right here. I did have them.
Yeah,
6 months ago when we talked about this before?
yeah.
Okay.
You know, and my suggestion to anybody will be to tread lightly because once you go too far, it could be too far left or too far right. However, these are like the militias. All the militias are right. Everybody else is wrong. People
I'm
don't
not saying
see
I'm right
that
or
they're,
wrong.
but you
I'm saying
understand where
I'm
I'm coming
providing.
from, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying providing constitutional information and presidential information. It can all be checked through the Constitution, through the art of war, and through executive orders. It's all documented. People can go look at them.
saying
No,
that
People
Trump
can
is
go
still
and look at them.
saying that
And
Trump
if
is
you don't
still the
want to
president,
listen,
saying that Trump is still the president sounds malicious and it sounds too far right.
I'm not the only one saying it. We got
But you're
50% of the
on my
people are
show.
saying
You
it.
are on a show,
But
and
and
you
I also
so
say this
and
is
on
my
the
opinion. We
show.
all have our own.
But yeah, your opinion is still too far right
No, it's
because
not. It's
Trump is not
constitutional.
president. Trump is still
This is
not
not right
president.
or left. This is
But Trump
constitutional.
is still not president when you get through saying what you're saying, Jenny. So you shouldn't
Check
say
it out.
that.
I
You
gave
shouldn't
information.
say
Anybody
that.
can check it out.
Shouldn't say that. Not on this show because he is
Well,
still not president. He is a
like
former
I said in the
president.
beginning, it is my opinion, and y'all can check out what I said because I'm not
No,
telling.
we
I'm
can't
not
check
saying
this
I
out. We
think
don't have
this.
to check it out when we
Yes,
see
you
it every
can.
day. We live it
If
every day.
somebody wants to know if I know what
We
I'm talking
live it
about, just
every day.
check out these executive
So what are
orders.
you telling us, Jenny? Are you telling us that we're stupid and we don't know that
No,
yeah,
no.
you
See,
what
you're
you
taking it
saying you
personal when this is not personal, Emily. This is what I'm
what when
saying
you when I tell you
that
that
I
Trump
can.
is not president, you tell me Trump is, you're questioning my integrity too.
Well, you're questioning mine, so we're questioning each other. This is opinion based, okay? And I'm telling people that they can check
But
it
when I
out for
do my
themselves.
show, I like to do fact based.
Then Emily, go check out the executive orders and see if I'm telling
Well, you
facts.
the presenter, so you're supposed to check it out and have it for us.
No, we're supposed to lead people to check it out themselves, and that's what I'm doing.
But you're not giving us nothing to check out. You're not telling us a website. You're not telling us
Emily, I told y'all the Charlie Ward show with the interview with Derek Johnson, who labels every executive order
but what
there
date?
is
What date?
involved.
What date are we supposed to look for?
Go into Rumble and type in Derek Johnson. You'll see 1,000 videos where he's had videos with everybody. In
But
the
the
Rumble
one
search
that you
bar, type in Derek Johnson, Derek
I know
Johnson.
him. He comes on Fox News. I watch Fox News. I was watching Fox
Yeah,
News before
yeah.
you even came on the show. I know him,
I've been watching.
but you're
Yeah.
not giving us a particular date or title of the
Uh,
video to look for.
okay. Okay. Let me find the last one I found because I just shared it a
Thank
couple
you.
days
That's
ago.
exactly my point. Thank you. And we
Okay.
will write it down because you're just talking and generally speaking, but you're not giving us anything specific to go and check out.
I mean, that's why I had said,
Just saying his name. Just saying his name is enough.
Just
But
saying
I'm
his
going to.
name is not, if you're talking about a
I
particular topic, we have to
I am
know
going
what's
to.
the name
I
of the
am going
one,
to.
what is the date of the video,
Okay.
where
What
is it
I am
being
going to
made?
do. what I'm going to do is go in here and get the link to the last show I shared
And
about
put
Derek Johnson,
and put it in the
and I'm
chat.
going to put it in the comments.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the way you
Yes,
do
ma'am.
it. That's all I'm
Well,
asking
like I
for.
said, this wasn't even on my list of things to talk about, but here we go. I'm
But
going
you
to
brought
share the
it
link.
up. You brought up his name, so you was talking about
Well,
him.
I had it fell in line. Dang, it fell in line. What can I say?
Now you're gonna learn how to be a professional broadcaster whether you want to or
Oh
not.
no, 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 no! I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here trying to do my topic, and this is where it led. I can't predict that.
No, no, no.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
You did not take my broadcasting class, and I let you on the show without any training. So you
No.
brought
Okay, Emily,
you getting it
please
now.
See,
don't
but
do that.
different
Don't do
strokes for
that.
different folks. I get it. My thing is this: I know with me, I have to tread careful because you will find yourself in a militia group before you even know it.
Uh-huh.
And there are saying is this way, this way, this way. Anything outside of this way, either you don't know what you're talking about or you're not for us.
It's like
This
these
is not. This is not Miss.
I think about Tim that time when all these young people got recruited by Al, what is it? Al Qaeda,
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
I'm following those websites and those chats.
Yeah. ISIS too. Yeah.
And ISIS, they got
But
recruited
I
and
ain't
got
got no
over there.
leader.
Yeah. They
No,
got,
no,
My
no,
but I'm
only
saying
leader.
how easy it
My
is
only leader is God.
no.
My only leader is God. That's
Who?
it. God.
She said, God.
My faith is
No.
God. My leader
No,
is God.
I wasn't talking about
I don't
you.
put nobody on a pedestal.
I wasn't even talking
Pedestals
about
fall
you
over.
then. I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
I was
About the
interjecting with
kids.
Tim's conversation. You didn't even hear what he said.
It's
Tim
because I
was
was
saying,
getting that link that I just posted.
yeah, and then you came back and jumped all over me. But I was talking to Tim.
Right.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you're right.
And
You're absolutely
but
right.
I
A
was
lot of
the
explaining to
same.
kids
him,
have been recruited
but yeah,
from
because
here
and
to
I only
there.
said that because you said what you said for you. If you're not careful,
Right. For
before
me.
But
and for a lot of people,
yeah,
before they're not careful, they end up in a militia now, even though they ain't got anyone.
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's the reason why I said what I said, because I was conversing with Tim just on based on
Right.
what he said.
okay. Well,
Right. And she
you
was
kept
saying,
telling me I'm following the far right agenda when I'm following the constitutional
I said
patriotic agenda.
I say you come across when you
Dang, that's
say
about right or left. I'm talking about constitutional patriotic agenda.
I
yeah,
said
that's
you
what
come.
militias are based theirs on too.
No, this is no.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got a
yeah.
leader saying, "Do this, do that." Da, 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 da. They want to cause harm, chaos, and divide among people. I ain't doing that. I'm going by what the Constitution says, and I'm using the proof that's been provided through executive
And
orders
I
and
know
what the
you caused
amendments
me to
say
lose
and
my
what the Art of
views on the
War
show
says.
tonight. I can say you that much. All the views are gone.
She
Because you
said,
started
God.
talking about the man was
That's
still in
because
the
we're
White House.
overtime.
And that
According to
happened
this, we still got a
last time.
couple.
And you know, I told you about that. I told you, I said that when you said that, I got blocked from YouTube before. I told you about saying that. It's not like I hadn't asked you not to say that anymore. So, and all the viewers just left
Well,
this time. So I could be blocked on YouTube again. And as
Well, you
I
keep
asked you
going
not to
back
say
and
that
forth
anymore.
with what to do. I mean, the other night, you kept trying to get me to slow
I didn't
down and
tell
tell you
Jenna,
stuff, but then we went over and you said, I
I
need to
have
make the
not,
time better.
but I had
I
never
mean,
told you that
I'm back and
saying
forth with
Trump was
this.
president. I already talked to you about that. You know I did.
Okay, well, here's what I would like to say. Any viewers that had a problem with what I said, please tell us because let's have a conversation about it. Conversation over silence is what
They can have a
matters.
conversation about that in the truth, not on this show. Not about no
Well,
Trump is
they
still
need.
in the. No, no,
Well, we need to
I'm
know.
not talking about no Trump is still the president because he is not. He is a former president, and if
That's
he
your
because if
opinion.
he
Mine's
was
different.
and he is still he is going to run for president again. So I'm not going to be talking about no Trump is still pregnant about president on the show. My audience is not going to talk about that. And I would appreciate it if you would not say that again. That's your opinion, and that's one opinion that I really, really need you to just keep to yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
I
the
will
truth.
not say
You can
that
put it.
again, even
You
though
have
I
it.
believe it.
You have it. Yeah, you
That's my
got your
opinion.
you got your show, your own show. You got your own column, Truth Messenger. You can say what you want to say in there. I don't come in there trying to take over the truth.
Well,
Okay.
it's just not only me. There, when I said 50% of the people were in the bubble, the other 50% know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know, and I understand your
So,
passion. Don't get me wrong, but when you put me in the hot seat, I can't let. I have to defend myself because you put me in the hot seat with my show when you say stuff like that.
well, I'm sorry. Um, if I need to leave the show, that's fine.
I didn't say you had to leave the show.
Well,
You just
Emily,
have to be
you keep
careful.
battling me. That's what brings it out of me. So here we are. Um, God bless everybody, and I do need to go. Have a blessed night, and I hope y'all see y'all next week.
All right.
All right, Jenny,
Good night.
feel better. Okay, so people can't take constructive criticism. I'm sorry, because I already asked that not be said again. And we can talk about Trump, and we can talk about Biden, and we can talk about other politicians, but we cannot give out misinformation that's not true.
Yeah.
So I have to protect my show. So I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean, we also owe a responsibility to the people in the chat to to make sure that they can relate to what we're saying.
That's right.
Um, and because, like you said, if somebody starts going down the rabbit hole on me, I'm leaving
You
too.
gone too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
leaving
right
too.
now I'm the only one watching the show. Look, even my phone looks shut off from the show. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear
Right.
regular
Yes.
politics, something that give me some topics,
Yeah.
and the rabbit hole stuff. That's just not
It's
good.
dangerous. It is
It's
a
it's
dangerous
it's
thing
very
because
dangerous.
those are forms of military tactics too that are used for
Yes.
brainwashing and manipulation, et cetera, et
Hmm.
cetera.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're dealing with regular people on the show, people that do their 9 to 5, come home, watch the news, and they
Right.
want to be able to
They
relate
want a
to.
different kind of politics.
Right,
They hear rabbit holes on media,
right,
on regular media. They don't want to. That's why they come to us because I gave them a different kind of politics,
right.
and
I
I want fun politics. I don't want rabbit hole politics, and
I
so
get it.
yeah. And I'm not asking her to leave the show. If she wants to leave the show, that's fine. But you have to learn how to do the proper show. That's
Yeah,
all. I mean, you didn't have any broadcasting training, but look how good you are. You
yeah.
see
I
what
know
I'm
some
saying?
boundaries. I have boundaries.
You got to know the boundaries,
Yeah, yeah,
And so I'm sorry that she feels that way. And I'm sorry I had to come crashing down. But I had to say it live simply because it's my show.
yeah.
Anybody come down on it about what was said on the show, they're gonna come to me. They're not gonna come to her. They're gonna come to me. And
I
I have to defend my show, and I wanted to say it live so it would be on the record. And I'm sorry I had to come crashing down like that, but that moment came up, and that had to be done because if I said it behind the scenes and I didn't say it on the show, if I didn't disown it on the show, then they could easily say whoever they is want to
mhm,
be um, left, right, in, up, high, up, low, whoever.
mhm.
These platforms, they come after me. They gonna come
Right.
after me. They're not coming after her. They don't
No.
even know how to get in touch with her. They coming after me.
Yeah,
And
that's any host. Yeah,
and
definitely.
if I don't deny it and disown it live, where they can hear that I'm not representing that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not supporting that. That is not the show. It's their personal opinion, true enough, but I do not allow the something that's not true to be said on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah. It's time and place for everything. to me, even if that was something that I was into, I would discuss that, on another place, another time. Um,
No, yeah, I mean, come on, people live every day and know that he is not still the president. I
right.
mean, that's just a little too far. He knows he's the former president. That's the way people address him when he go
Yeah.
on interviews. And
Yeah.
I have never heard. I listened to his broadcast, to his appearances. I listened to Fox News. I listened to his rallies,
Right.
and I've never heard him say that he is still the president.
Because he knows when and where. He doesn't do that on guests on shows.
He probably just do that in Malago, right?
Yeah, or he does it on. He has channels that he do it on, from home. But
Uh,
like you say, he doesn't.
no, I've seen him on different channels. I ain't never heard him say that. And his rallies. Now at his rally, that's his people, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He may have back channels for that.
The back channels. Yeah, I see
Right.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Backlinks. They call them backlinks.
Right. Exactly. Backlinks.
Yeah,
That's exactly
yeah,
what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
But
But he
he's
don't.
not gonna make no public announcement about it.
Well, here's the thing about that. If he was to come out and say that on Fox, that'd probably be his last day on Fox. You really, and he knows how to be careful. He knows when, where, and how to do whatever it is that he feels.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're absolutely right. You have to abide by the host and
I have to abide by the platform
right.
rules, and I cannot say or have my guests or anybody participating with my show say things like that people know it's not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he is not president. He is not still president.
No,
And
he's
so,
not.
yeah, so we'll see what next week brings, but Pearl's Politics will still be back.
Oh yeah,
But
without a doubt.
we'll see what it brings, and hopefully the people won't leave.
Oh no, they won't leave.
Yeah, so I mean, I would give her an apology because she has sensitive feelings, I see. And when you're gonna be in broadcasting, you can't have sensitive feelings like that. If you're gonna dish it out, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
And that's me, because I've been in media broadcasting for over 25 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so you have to be able to take it because you can't.
Look, we even see the best sweat. What's her name? John Pierre.
Yeah.
She sweats all the time.
She sweats all the time. She take it though.
She takes some hits, but she be sweating.
She takes some hits, and I mean, when you gotta be in the public eye, you gotta take some hits because they still gonna come at you.
Yeah, that high seat. Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna come at you, but at the same time, I have to protect my show.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've had a lot of people to come and go, so it doesn't bother me because this is a family legacy. This is my legacy that I'm passing down to you, that you will be passing down to your children. So, and your children's children. So, it's been since 2013, 10 years now, and I can't lose it for just the opinion of somebody going public, with something that's not true.
Right, right.
If it was true, okay, I can deal with the truth.
Right.
But something that obviously, how many, I don't know how many millions of people know, but I mean, they see it. We live in it every day. We know that he's not.
We are.
So, anywho, enough of that.
Okay.
So, it still was a good show.
Good show.
I guess that's the reason why my camera wasn't working tonight. I did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I would have liked for my camera to be working because I still would have had my smile.
Right.
Yeah, because and that may be the reason why she may have taken it so hard because she couldn't see me smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I do corrections, I'm still gonna be smiling, and I'm not gonna lose friendship about it, unless you just want to lose friendship. If the other person want to lose friendship, that's fine.
Yeah, you can understand a mistake here, a mistake there, but this was a reoccurring thing. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, okay, so, well, so, I mean, I wasn't trying to bust her out, but I had
Yeah,
already did it privately behind the scenes and asked her not to say that anymore.
right.
Because I got booted off of YouTube for 2 months for that, you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's a good thing I have 2 YouTube channels where I can
Right,
still advertise on YouTube. But
right.
yeah, I've always been watchful. I like for my participants in my panel and my team and my guests to have free speech, but you have to know boundaries.
To a certain degree, yeah.
You have to know boundaries.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, Tim. So I don't know about you, but I got another series I'm watching now. It's
I'm
called
watching.
What? What I'm watching, Waking the Dead. What you watching?
You watching Waking the Dead?
Mm,
Oh, I'm watching Snapped.
Snap.
Yes, about this show about where these women they murder their husbands for the insurance money and yeah,
What was that
murder
on
mystery.
Netflix?
Nah, actually it's on Peacock.
Oh, you like the Peacock channel? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been on Peacock for a minute.
Yeah. Well, see, you know what? I had to leave that Peacock because I couldn't make it go to my TV because I don't have the casting, and I would have to
Oh,
anything that I watched on all the good stuff that I wanted to watch on Peacock. I had to watch it either on my phone or
yeah,
on my
yeah,
tablet.
yeah. I get that.
And I got tired of that, so I just canceled that.
Right.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm gonna let us go because it's
Okay.
just me and you. We don't have any audience. They gone. They been gone.
Yeah, they got ghosts.
Yeah, they been gone, and you can't blame them. And
Nah.
yeah, so we'll try this again next Thursday.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night. And what's your closing remark?
Hey, love everybody out there. Be safe. Be careful. And that's it. Just be safe, be careful. Love you all.
All right. Well, mine is still the same. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy. We're not trying to put a policy on your mind. Believe that. And free thought is a philosophy. All right. But just know your boundaries. Okay.
All right.
That's it for us. That's our time. Good night.
Good night.
Everybody still watching. Good night.
Good night.
The opinions expressed on this program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.